Welcome to Everbank Stadium, football fans, in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the LA Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're off from Jacksonville. Darius Davis to return it. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They're led up by the sixth-year pro out of Oregon. Productive his entire career so far. You and I are both big fans of this guy, Justin Herbert.
Just ho-hum, more of the same production from Herbert in year 5. In fact, it was the cleanest football of his career, Kate. 23 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. But he's got to check that box of playoff wins. And that's not easy to do in this AFC.
They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. That's a pickup of 9. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. Give him 25 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And he gets him around 6 there. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Johnson finds the football complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He takes it himself. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Chargers finish up an excellent opening series. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Dicker tacks down the extra point. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Jaguars, nothing.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. LaQuint Allen to return this. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here comes the Jaguar offense now. Their turn to set out on an opening drive. They're brought out by the fifth-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
The promise and the potential, well, they've been with Lawrence his whole football life. From high school in Georgia to stardom at Clemson and even a playoff run in Jacksonville. It's just consistency. Week in and week out, that'll be the next step for Trevor in his career.
They send a man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Ooh, and almost an opening drive pick, but he couldn't hang on. He dropped it, so the potential turnover winds up on the ground. Does, though, bring up 4th down. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Chargers getting their offense set for their 2nd drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Off a touchdown early and with a home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Play action now for Herbert. Throw is there for Rondé Ganson. And he has it into the red zone as he reaches that 20-yard line.
51 yards, the gain on the play. And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Shotgun give to Hampton. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instinct come to life.
20-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Hampton. And whatever they were they're trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
That's some tremendous study right there. That linebacker, it was almost as if he was in the other team's huddle and knew what was coming. He read his keys, he pulled the trigger, and he makes a tackle for loss.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Hampton gets the handoff. And they drop him just a couple yards beyond the line. It's 4th down now.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Cameron Dicker out for the Chargers now to attempt this field goal. He's got to drive this 37 yards down the middle. Dicker connects there. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
Well, how about that? He gets to add a field goal to his extra point. And 2 series in, he knows he's played a big role in this one.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Bayshul Tootin now on the return. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Lawrence now off the play action. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Well, you love when you can go from 1st down to 1st down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets the looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that, and it's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Jaguars first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
That one's on the mark, Jacoby Myers. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence. Looking for him on the screen there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down produces nothing. Back to the huddle they go for 3rd down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
Got his man. Thomas has it. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
It's another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Again, it's Lawrence to throw. Completes another one to Thomas. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Going again. Here's Lawrence. This one's caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Jaguars first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They'll run, ETN, and he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1.
Stop short of the goal.
Give him 4 on that play, so now they've got second and goal.
Second and goal.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the first and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
Going power with a big tight end, and he gets in, touchdown. The Jaguars face a 4-point deficit. Well, Brock, not sure the play they were running was all that disguised, but with the personnel they had out there, it was going to be tough to stop him either way.
Yeah, there's a great debate. Is it the X's and O's or the Jimmies and Joes?
Yep.
No debate there. That was the Jimmies and the Joes in their want-to run it right down their throat.
This play going under review by the officials.
The previous play is under review.
Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football, and that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So they wanted to take another look, and that turned out to be a good decision. The call on the field overturned. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. It's a 10-0 ball game. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. Lawrence here running the sneak. And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Jaguars start to fight back with their first points of this game. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Little tacks on an extra point. And the Jaguars cut it to a field goal game.
Chargers 10, Jaguars 7.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Going with a screen to Hampton. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Third down now, Jaguars going nickel. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Herbert now off the play fake. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this second down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Following the sack, needs some positive yards here. It is second down and 18. Herbert now, blitz coming. Throwing the out route, complete. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go. Just as they did right there.
On third down, Herbert. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
You know, when we watch the combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10 because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. The Jaguars send running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots at this opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's first and 10. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. He loses the football. And the Chargers think they have it, and they do.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Chargers getting set. First and 10. Running it with Hampton. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Now Herbert to throw. Drops back. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. That one's nabbed by Allen. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
The Chargers, 1st down. 1st and goal, Los Angeles.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Hampton has the LA touchdown. The Chargers capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Tiburon now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers make it a 10-point ball game.
17. Jaguars 7.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Tootin now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars, down running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. On the ground to begin this drive with Etienne. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
6 yards.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
They'll send Logan Cook out again for the punt. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. Punt meets him at the 28. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Chargers and Omarion Hampton out there on offense once again. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Hampton, open the drive. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Man in motion here. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he's going to get down safely, picked up close to 6. Nice call on his part there, but it does leave them now with a 3rd down.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. That's caught for the 1st. And he has this down to the 34. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Chargers, 1st down. A gain of 26 yards.
That's just a gorgeous corner route by the wide receiver. I bet you'll find, Kate, in the annals of football history, the best corner route runners as receivers are also the best slant runners, the best post runners, because it's all about change of direction, and that was put on display right there.
1st and 10, here's Herbert. Throw left side, grabbed by Allen. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Jaguars' 29-yard line.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Hampton now up the middle. He's got it in the red zone. And he's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. A pickup of 17. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Back to Hampton. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
So it'll be 2nd and long coming up, and that is on the other side of our 2-minute warning. Hang with us. More football coming up from Everbank. Here's Herbert. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Throwing now, Herbert. And then it's caught in the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Chargers grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers take a 3-possession lead.
24, Jaguars 7.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Tootin now on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up Cam Hart. And the Chargers take possession down inside the 30 after the interception.
The nickel has really become the base defense for so many teams in the league because the passing game has become so prevalent today. It really makes it so much more difficult to find an open throwing lane. It gives defenses a lot more speed on the back end to step in front of passes just like that.
The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. And look at where they start with the football now.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Herbert hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Now an inside give to Hampton. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Putting a receiver in motion. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. A timeout taken by Jacksonville, it's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Dicker connects there. And they're able to tack on 3 more to this lead before halftime.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Tootin now on the return. Escapes the defender. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jaguars headed out on offense late in this first half. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the second. And it is enough time to put something together. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Oh, should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. But 2 in a row now have slipped away. Well, it sure seems like they have found the wrinkle in their coverage that this QB just can't quite read, Brock. Got him on a pick on the last drive, and they should have had him again right there.
Kate, I can't tell you how lonely a feeling this is.
Yeah.
One interception you don't like, back-to-back drives. That's a really hard walk off the field.
Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Caught by Washington, left side. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker, 4th down. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Jaguars into punt formation. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Chargers and receiver Keenan Allen making their way back out. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down.
It's a pickup of 6.
LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Herbert now. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
First down.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
They've got first down here from the 36. Herbert back to throw. Catch made by Allen. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up 2nd down. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This is Allen to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Jacksonville has its offense out there to start this third quarter. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. First call here coming from the shotgun. ETN gets it on the draw. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line to gain.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Able to find Strange here. And he's quickly taken down with a gain across midfield. They're now to the opposing 47. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Jaguars have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And this is only going to be a small gain to the 42. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Chargers' 42-yard line.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. The right side caught by Thomas. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Thomas Jr. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Waste of time. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. I'll send him over right. 3rd and 1, Lawrence to throw. That's caught. He's got Washington. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. That throw behind his intended target. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
And his fight good enough to gain about 4. It's third down.
He's brought down at the 20
When you don't have
line.
great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
To the air on third and long. Throw caught at the 6. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars cut into the lead coming out of halftime.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. With the route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
On is Little for the extra point.
The extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars drop the lead back to 13.
27. Jaguars 14.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, here comes Davis. This makes it up to the 25. The Charger offense making its way to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Finds the in route complete. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First and 10. Here's Hampton. And we'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Man in motion, out of the slot. To throw, Herbert. Going with a screen to Hampton. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. This is Hampton. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
What a great sign to start the second half of this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers making a 3-possession game. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Jim Harbaugh sticking with his offense. They're going for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the...
They'll try to run it in. He's almost there, but no, they stop him at the last moment. He's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion.
Jaguars.
That came right up to the doorstep of success. Nice play, though, to make some contact and stop him a yard shy of the conversion.
Yeah, these defenders, they just want to get to that next play. After you give them a touchdown, even if it's not their fault, right? Snap and clear. And that hyper-focus and extra motivation led them to sniffing out that call and being able to react just in the nick of time.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This is Allen to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Trying it right side with Etienne. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
All about that defense there. Had him bottled up from the jump. Truth be told, probably lucky they even got back to the line of scrimmage.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
That's just a nice little tester for the defense to gauge how well it can account for the quarterback when he decides to run it.
Chargers sending out a dime look here ahead of this 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Here comes the screen for Etienne. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. It's 4th down now.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun give to Hampton. Still motoring past the 30. And he'll finally be taken down right along the 40. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Again he hits the 2nd level. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Okay, we both know this pace can't continue, but they got to enjoy it as they can. And that football shouldn't go to anybody else until that defense proves they can stop them.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st down, and they go right back to it. No big play this time, Brock. That stop made right at the line of scrimmage.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the 38-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Play action now for Herbert. Into the hands of Gaston. Complete. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
Nickel look by the Jaguars here, third down. Hampton gets the handoff. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
It's a gain of 11.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Brought in close to the 8. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Tiburon now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers grow their lead yet again.
40, Jaguars 14.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This is Allen to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Jaguar football, but this late, that lead, likely too much for them to overcome. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
When you get that jet sweep to the outside, you have to. You have to get vertical. There is just too much team speed in today's NFL if you don't go north and south.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Here's Lawrence to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Counter give to ETN. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Now it's Lawrence. And he's tackled for a short gain.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Third and long. They're going to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They gain 11 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Short pass brought in. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. It's a pickup of 4 yards. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Offense to the line for second down.
Come on, get it together.
First carry now. This is Bashal Tutin. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now third and 9.
Brings up third down and 9.
Throw here, third down. Into the hands of his running back, Etienne. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. Defender tips that one, but he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Right call at the right time, Brock. Give him 9 and a successful conversion on 4.
Well, he tried to get aggressive, and it looked like it was done for after the deflection. But he got himself to the right place at the right time to make that catch downfield.
Here's Etienne on first down. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter are doing play-by-play, because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still first down.
A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's going to be driven backwards. Looks like he's at the 8.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. They put a receiver in motion right. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Escapes the pocket. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The Chargers and receiver Keenan Allen making their way back out. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Well, I think I hear the warning sirens. You hear them, Kate? I think they just got quieted. Because that run right there gave them enough room from the goal line where you should feel comfortable calling anything in your playbook.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Chargers started celebrating this win a while ago. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Again, it's Hampton. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Running it with Hampton. And a power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chargers as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.